Sweet the whispers in your ear whenever ember wanders near.
Okay, so yes, HLC, from what I understand, was in quite a mood this week for this one. Thank you, Naga. Thank you for the tier 1. So let us see just how unhinged things get, shall we? Let's go.
Will people please stop smuggling ranch dressing back to Europe? Speak for yourself down there, laddie.
Yes!
All right. You can probably fit the small bottles in your ass. After that,
Oh, voice fuck! Spoken like a true Scotsman. Just ask Draker. I'm sure Draker would agree that this is a very accurate representation of a Scotsman going to America and trying ranch dressing for the first time. Yes, Eurofolk have discovered ranch dressing with the World Cup. They have discovered ranch dressing, thus they have discovered ambrosia, and they will do anything possible to bring that deliciousness back to the EU with them.
you gotta get a different idea. Wait, did you say people are smuggling ranch back to Europe? They're attempting to. They just need to put it in their checked baggage. I'm not saying beans on toast is right, but I get it. That stuff is... I mean, it really goes on everything. You can put it on a salad,
yes.
yeah, if you want the salad to be immediately unhealthy. But then it goes on, like, mozzarella sticks, and it goes on chicken nuggets. People put it on pizza.
Okay, this is gonna sound crazy. I've never tried ranch dressing with nuggets. That's actually something I have not ever tried before. Has anybody tried that? Is it good? Like wings, yes. Like buffalo wings, yes. Actually no. Usually it's blue cheese that goes with wings. You know, someone who puts it on pizza. That's like putting it on pizza. Sounds weird. Like chicken nuggets, I can actually kind of understand. Pizza? Like ranch on pizza just sounds weird. Chicken nuggets is dang good, right? I could see that. Like, I absolutely could see chicken nuggets and ranch dressing being delicious because, like, I feel like it's not at all unusual to have
My
like
sauce of choice for chicken strips and nuggets is BBQ. I've never liked ranch.
Okay. Well, you're wrong, but you're entitled to be completely wrong. Anyway, moving on. You eat boneless wings with ranch? No, I don't. I do not. I have not had boneless wings with ranch. I've never had that in my life. I've never had boneless wings with ranch. I've never had chicken nuggets with ranch. But it's not on. I can see why, because how many like chicken sandwiches typically come with ranch on them? I mean, it's still chicken. It's just got breading on it instead of sandwich bread. So it's like it makes perfect sense. Sounds perfectly normal. I'd actually love to try it, but pizza? Which ranch on pizza? I've never heard of this before. And I'll be honest, it doesn't sound appetizing. Ranch on pizza just does not sound appetizing to me.
There's so many places ranch dressing goes, so I totally get it.
I like to lather up Russia's mom with them, call them buttermilk boobies. I used to see those areolas. They're like the size of a slab of ham.
I do not want...
God! Oh my God! So Buff likes to make himself a Russian mom hand sandwich. What about but Buff, you're forgetting about one very important thing. What about the roast beef sandwich? I would think, ranch goes on roast beef really well. So what about that?
to hear about the size of my mother's areolas. You fucking plane, you shut up your mouth. And you might want to put some respect, because all this talk about how America goes here, America goes there, America's been to the moon. You know, it was Russia, the Soviet Union, that was the only country ever to make it to Venus.
Yeah, too bad we got it into your mom's Uranus. Okay, that was bad. Oh my god. That was bad. I'm giving myself a bark for that one. That was bad. Hang on. I need to balk myself on that one. That was a very bad joke on my half. I will accept it. I will accept it. I tried to do the joke. It didn't work. It did. Absolutely horrible joke. Absolutely horrible.
That was just a language barrier. I mean, she thought it was the planet of penis. You see how that can...
Buff, stop it. And
But he's gonna say it, and I know he's gonna be able to craft a joke better than I am, and that really hurts.
Europe, like, it's... You know that stuff comes in powdered form, too, which I'm sure would get right through, like, TSA and security and customs. Powder, you say? So do you, like, mix it with water and it makes, like, your own ranch over here? No, you just sprinkle it on top, like salt and pepper, which I'm sure Beans on Toast is not familiar with, but you should be. I traded spices all over this planet. I know what salt and pepper are.
Yeah, but do you ever fucking put it on anything?
That wasn't the question he asked, and I'm not going to dignify you with a response.
Shut
Powdered
up.
ranch that you can put on stuff like salt and pepper. Boys, break out your credit cards and find us a glass tabletop. We're doing lines.
I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. I fucking knew that's where it was going. Yes, fine. Yes, fine. You go for it.
Oh, you think we can freebase it and just inject it? Oh, now
For
he's speaking my
fuck's sake.
language. Yes, but it makes your eye twitch. No, Scotland, you can't. Wait, kid, what? There's things you don't know about me, Uncle Sam. I think that falls into the category of things he doesn't want to know about you.
Oh,
yeah,
no,
nerd.
I want to know.
I bet I can
I
fit
want to
more
know.
sins in my foreskin than you.
Oh my god, what? What actually fuck? He is unfucking hinged today. Seriously, what the actual fuck is going on right now? This is insane. What's a zin? A zin is a tobacco pouch. You know how people used to get like dip, like chewing tobacco, and they would put the chewing tobacco in their lip. Now it's a pouch called zins. So instead of like raw tobacco, it's like a nicotine pouch that you put in your lip, just like chewing tobacco. So it's not actually tobacco. It is a nicotine pouch, but it's not tobacco. But you put it in your lip like chewing tobacco. And he's talking about putting it in his foreskin. What the actual fuck?
I bet you can. I'm not playing this game. 37. It started to tear, so I had to back off one.
Jesus
Ooh.
fuck!
Oh, can someone tell the Earth to stop moving so fast?
Game on. Age is on my side and things started to stretch.
Oh my
Sometimes I look at
god!
my creations and I'm very concerned.
You should be.
Mexico, we will not prepared for the way your generosity comes across in the form of chips and salsa.
No, we never run out of chip and salsa.
Thought that was we saw that who did we see that through? Yeah, like or did I watch that on Stern or did I watch that off Stern? They were talking about like some Japanese people went to like a Mexican restaurant and they were just presented with chips and salsa that was never ending. And they're like, we did not. Hey, let me see if I can do this accent. We did not order this. No, it's fine. You have all you want. It's fine. Really? Oh, slush, yes. Oh God, I have no idea how well those accents came through. They probably came through like shit. But what the hell? I'm having fun.
Are you guys having a weird bromance? What's going on? Many of the Japanese people go explore different restaurant there in America, and the Mexican one, we went, and they brought a chip and salsa, and we eat it, but we tell them we did not order this, and they're like, it's free. Okay, so I don't...
Yeah, unfortunately, my Mexican accent went Italiano. I don't know how to do a Mexican accent. I'm sorry. I can't do a Mexican accent. My apologies to all of the Mexican people for that horrific accent.
Want to be disrespectful, so I eat the chip and salsa. And then, as if some form of magic, they bring another one. And we were like, oh, I did not order this one. And they said, no, you can have as many as you want. So I ate that one because it was delicious. And then they bring a third, and I was like, I should not. But I do not want to be disrespectful to my host.
God.
So I ate that one too. And then my food arrived.
And I was full.
I brought such dishonor to my family. And I overestimated how many chip and salsa we can have. Oh, yeah. Everyone's really liking the free refills on a lot of different stuff.
God, yes.
Yeah, don't ever fill up on chips and salsa, man. I swear to you, Mexico, on of my honor, I did not have another bite of food until I finished the food you sent me home with. It was delicious.
No, oh, you Japanese are so skinny. We had to feed you the food. Yeah.
Okay, admit it. HLC sounding a little Italian with the Mexico there too. You gotta admit it. He also sounded a little Italian there. Okay, not just me, but HLC too. It probably not as bad as me. I will say not as bad as my horrible Mexican accent went through, but he did get a little bit of Italian in there, I think.
Venezuela kind of slipped there, almost sounded German at the end. I'm glad that everyone is enjoying the United States, but over here, we're experiencing a heat wave.
Yeah, no shit, and you're banning people from putting in AC, United Rapistan. That is a big thing right now, is you have governments and like town councils saying, oh no, you can't put in air conditioning because it's so bad for the environment, and people are dying in 40-degree fucking weather. It's like, I've seen a couple of stories about this. It's fucking insane. Yes, that is real. That is real. Like, it's not like don't misunderstand me. I'm not talking a blanket ban across the country. I'm not saying that. But, like, basically, you cannot put an air conditioning unit in your own home. Like a window unit or something. You are not allowed to put, like, a window AC unit or anything into your own personal home because they're claiming it's bad for the environment. That is, yeah, that's no bullshit. They're pulling out some environmental BS saying, oh, it's only causing heat problems, when it's not. It's a fucking lie. And like the governments and like the city councils and whatnot, they're basically saying, no, you can't put an air conditioning unit in your own home, and if you do, you get a fine. Yeah, it's absolute bullshit. It's fucking political gobbledygook bullshit. When they've got, like, one of the hottest summers on record. It's, like, 40 fucking degrees. Like, in the UK, it's, like, 40 fucking degrees right now, and they're not allowing their citizens to have AC units in their home. Like, they're just like, their solution, oh, just open a window, you'll be fine. Just turn on a fan, you'll be fine. I'm legitimately curious how many old people are going to die in the UK from heat stroke because of the heat wave that's walling through the UK right now. Because this is fucking insane.
89 degrees Fahrenheit. 89 degrees. That is a calm spring morning here. I speak to the mountain, and it tells me that beans on toast is a bitch.
But it's not 89 degrees. It's hot. It's got. I was seeing recordings that it was hotter than that. 89 degrees would have been like what? Maybe 28 or 30 degrees Celsius. I haven't done my conversions in a while. But I was seeing reports of 40-degree weather. And even if it is 89 degrees Fahrenheit in the UK, yeah, that's fucking hot for them. You have to remember, UK is used to a much cooler climate. They're used to a high of roughly like the low 70s. I'd say low 70s, which is what like the British are used to. 31.67 is the average. Yeah, so 31.67 would be probably about like the high 70s. And they're in like 89, tipping over into 90. And I was seeing reports of 40 degrees. Oh, yeah, 30. Okay, so wait, 31.67 is 89 degrees Fahrenheit? Really? Okay. Okay. Well, so yeah. So the current is 31.67. The average that UK is used to is probably like high 20s. High 20s is what the UK is probably used to, which would be in like the high 70s at the most. And they're getting heat waves of like, 31, and it's supposed to be getting like to 40. I know I've seen reports saying that either it has been at 40 or it's expected to hit 40, and it's like they're just getting cooked and they're not used to this heat. People make fun of like, oh, it's like it's only 89 degrees, so what? But it's like you have to remember, they're not used to this. This is not a level of heat that the people of UK are used to. They are used to cooler climates. So yeah, this is roasting the shit out of them.
Yeah, no, you all get hotter on the Fahrenheit scale, but it ain't the heat. It's the humidity. Yes, it's very humid here as well. We're an island nation.
It was over 40 for you, Wraith? Wow, and that's not even UK. Yeah, I guess the EU in and of itself is experiencing a pretty significant heat wave. Like across all the E EU.
Listen here, Beans on Toast, you ever interrupt me again, I swear I'm gonna start exporting crackheads to your fucking country. I forgot. Everything is more...
I don't think he needs to, because I'm pretty sure the crackheads are already in United Rapistan. Pretty sure they already got a significant problem with that.
And I swear I'm gonna start exporting crackheads to your fucking country. I forgot. Everything is more powerful in America. The storms are bigger, the rain is harder, the sun is hotter. Well, yeah, that's factually accurate. Yeah. The United States is both hotter and colder than every recorded temperature in Europe. We have the highest recorded airspeed on record. It's like 302 miles an hour. It was more Oklahoma when they had an EF5, which we also have more tornadoes than everyone else in the world combined every single year.
This is true.
About the only thing anyone competes with us is hurricanes, but they call them typhoons over in the Pacific. Can't we just complain that it's hot over here without some, well, I tell you this, actually coming from an American? You know, it's 2026, right? Like, we've had air conditioning for a long time. I'm pretty sure most of your vehicles have it. I don't know why your homes don't. It's not practical or energy efficient for most of the year.
Well, then sit there and...
Which is a bullshit argument. This argument has tried to be posed. Oh, it's not energy efficient. So, plug it the fuck in. It's not even get nuclear power. It's like, United Rapistan just said it himself. It's not energy efficient for most of the year. So don't plug it in for the rest of the year. You don't use it in winter.
Right now,
you use it like for 2 months out of the year.
C with humidity at 73% where I am at in UK. So yeah, it's still roasting at night.
20 Celsius, humidity at 73. Yeah, that can be toasty. That absolutely can be toasty. Yes. But yeah, it's like that is the excuse I've been seeing online. It's like, oh, it's not energy efficient, so you don't use it except for 2 months out of the year. So shut the fuck up with that. And then the other one is like, oh, it's causing it's causing rising global temperatures. No, it's not. Using air conditioning in the UK for 2 months out of the year is not contributing to global warming, which global warming, generally speaking, has largely been debunked as like a hoax. The entire concept of global warming, sea levels rising, that has pretty much largely been debunked as like a fucking hoax. So they're basically just working off of debunked conspiracy theories to justify banning their citizens from putting AC units in their homes. This is UK.
Your nutsack soap and silence. So, the guy in charge of NATO probably came here to the most powerful country in the world, where I'm at, and he said that he's calling it the Trump trillion, is that NATO finally spent over $1 trillion in defense. The other trillion is ours. So, I'm glad to see that you guys are finally taking responsibility for your own safety. Still not very happy about your lack of spine when it came to Iran.
We're not spending because of you. We're spending in spite of you. Because you've let us all out to dry. You constantly make threats, and now suddenly we have to be responsible for everything over here because America cannot be relied on.
That's not the flex that you think it is. That's kind of the ever-loving point. That's what everybody in America has been saying, is that America is not the planet's police department. Literally everybody in America wants NATO to start buffing up their defense so they can take care of themselves and don't have to rely upon the US for fucking everything. You're not getting the slap that you're hoping for right now. Like, whether you like it or not, this is good for you because you, as foreign nations, should not be relying upon America for fucking everything. You should become far more self-sufficient. So instead of doing this, we're doing it in spite of you. You should be doing this like, yeah, you should be doing this proudly, not out of spite, not out of cooperation, but because you want to bolster yourselves as independent nations for your own defense. By doing it as like, oh, we're doing it to spite you, you're doing it but you're doing it for the wrong fucking reasons, and you aren't getting the ever-loving fucking point because you're still thinking we still want to rely upon America for everything when America, and even your own citizenry, is tired of relying upon America for literally fucking everything. Like, just shut your fucking mouth and keep going and work on being, like, self-sustaining sovereign nations for once in your fucking lives.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Has America ever failed to come to NATO's aid when they've asked for it? The answer is no. Also, we've been asking you guys for like 20 years to spend more on defense, and you don't want to do it. All of a sudden, he starts making threats, and you start spending money. I may not like the method, but I do like the outcome.
And with NATO being responsible for themselves, I, as the president, probably the best one that's ever been, I can focus on the real problems that are plaguing America, like immigration or the Democrats. Basically, they suck.
Border, cost of living,
True.
the tax code. The tax code, just in case you guys are unaware, it's public information, but it's written intentionally cryptic.
Fucked.
So that
No, not cryptic. Fucked. The tax code is a labyrinthian piece of garbage that needs to get, like, completely rewritten from the ground up. It's fucking insane. And this is done on purpose. The tax code is done on purpose. So select few can basically utilize it for themselves while screwing over the average American who doesn't have the time, the knowledge, or the intellect to be able to go through this absolute quagmire of legalese gobbledygook. It is fucking insane the way the tax code works right now. Like, I guarantee you, there are reams upon reams of volumes that literally counteract one another if they were to actually be applied. If anyone was to actually apply the tax code as it was written throughout the various volumes, I guarantee you multiple tax codes would literally would contradict one another or cancel one another out if they were actually applied appropriately. It's fucking stupid, and it's designed to allow rich people to basically abuse it to enrich themselves because no one, and I mean fucking no one, knows what all is in the tax code. And it's basically, it's a shit show. It needs to be like slashed to the nth fucking degree. The tax code needs to basically be cut down to like an eighth of what it is at minimum and just simplified to shit. It really does. Because in its current form now, it makes no fucking sense, and half of it probably cancels the other half out if you were to actually apply it.
That way, you, the average Joe, cannot use the same tax breaks as the very, very rich people, because the very, very rich people can afford these people called accountants. And accountants go to school to learn how to read and understand the tax code.
And even a point of note, even accountants don't fully understand the tax codes. Bear that in mind. Even the accountants for the filthy rich that supposedly know the ins and outs of it, even they don't know all of the tax code. You know what they know? They know the parts of the tax code that will benefit their clients the most. That's it. That's all. That's what the rich tax accountants know. They know all of the parts of the tax code that can make their client rich, and that's it. That's all they give a fuck about. No accountant in the country knows the entirety of the tax code. Not one. Because again, I will betcha if anybody actually took in all of the tax code as it is written, a lot of stuff would cancel each other out instantaneously. But that's what happens when it keeps getting built and built and built and built and built over decades, is that it becomes this absolute labyrinth of legalese that no one fucking understands anymore.
So they can have those accountants find those loopholes for them. Matter of fact, if John Q. Public used all the same loopholes that all these rich people do, the government would suck when it comes to taxes. They would not be able to find anything.
I was also going to say probably one of the most important things that is plaguing our nation is the threat of liberal violence against my reflecting pool.
Oh dear, he paid bottom dollar to one of his homies that didn't know how to properly secure it and paint it the right way, and now it's falling apart.
You'd like that, wouldn't you? But I'm like the smartest person who's ever lived. And matter of fact, it was cut with something very sharp.
Yeah, that's been a big thing lately. It's now I don't know. It's bearing in mind, yes, the liberals do hate the reflecting pool. We saw that video of that fucking rainbow-haired bitch that was standing by the reflecting pool, applauding the algae and saying, "Congratulate, good job. You're doing more to fight fascism than any American is." Like, fucking brain dead moron. Whether or not the liner was cut, I don't know myself if there is evidence to substantiate that it was actually cut, which initiated it coming apart. I do know that people have gone to the reflecting pool and have basically peeled pieces of it out. That part I do know, but I don't know what initially caused it, if someone did actually cut it, or if it did just break and then liberals came along and started peeling more and more pieces out. I don't know, because I don't know if there's evidence substantiated, so I can't say yay or nay on that one. But I do know that and that's vandalism, and people have been getting arrested for it. They absolutely have been getting arrested for it. Like, people have been damaging the liner in multiple ways. They have. And they're literally just doing it because, oh, fuck Trump. Because he spent some money to fix the reflecting pool, and this is literal TDS. I was getting to that, don't worry. Yeah, this is literal TDS where, because he actually fixed the reflecting pool and put a liner in it, it's immediately evil. When I first saw the algae pool, I immediately thought, wow, what libtard poured that shit in, but I didn't want to say it because it really sounds like TWS. No, you're not wrong. Like, it's, bearing in mind, algae is a normal byproduct in any water source. Okay, look at your average pool at a home. There is algae, like even a standard pool can get algae. This is not unusual for algae to be present in the reflecting pool. It's a natural it happens naturally in any water source. Totally normal. And it can be imagined they're pouring what is it? Oh god, what is it? Fuck, I forgot what it is they're pouring in there to try and manage the algae. The word's gone right out of my head. No, they're not using chlorine. They're specifically not using chlorine. Hydrogen peroxide. Yes, that I thought of it just as you said it, idiot. Which is so, God, this sounds so weird calling you that when that is your screen name. I'm sorry. Yeah, they're using hydrogen peroxide, not chlorine. They're specifically not using chlorine because of its toxic properties. So they're using hydrogen peroxide, which is better for getting rid of algae, but safer in regards to other biological life. And so they're doing that, and then there's also like ducks that are dying, but I've seen some photos of the ducks that were supposedly killed by them treating for the algae. And yeah, well, let me just put it this way. Hydrogen peroxide doesn't cause a duck's neck to bend the way it did in the photos. No, I didn't get trolled by username. It's just that's the username. It just feels weird calling someone in my chat idiot when their username is literally idiot. Yeah, there's the ducks that were found that they're claiming, oh, that the hydrogen peroxide that was poured into the reflecting pool killed the ducks. But you see the pictures of the ducks, and basically their necks are broken. The ducks, like they broke their necks and tried to say, oh, look, the way they did the reflecting pool is killing all the ducks. So it's, yeah, you basically got a bunch of libtard fuck nuggets that are going and doing everything they can do to sabotage a perfectly nice reflecting pool, literally for the only reason is because Trump fixed it. This is fucking insane. This is flat out TDS. Like, it is. I normally don't do a whole lot of talking about TDS or anything like that, but this is flat out TDS. This is not like an immigration issue. This isn't, this isn't like arresting people issue. This isn't a tax issue. This isn't anything like that. This is literally all he did is he fixed the reflecting pool, which looked fucking disgusting. And because he actually spent money on fixing a Washington, D.C. landmark, all the lib-cuck fuck nuggets have all decided this is evil. This is evil. He made something look good. Oh my God, this is so fucking evil. This is how fucked in the head they are. That they can't even just let this go and go, okay, like, it literally will cause them to be physically ill to admit even once that he did a tiny thing nice. They can't fucking do it. They literally, they are incapable of admitting that he did anything, even the smallest thing, nice. It's literally, if he does anything, it's automatically evil. And I'm sorry, these people can't exist in our society.
No worries, Ember. My username comes from the idea of being the idiot who is learning from everyone else in the room.
Okay. It's like these people can't function. These are people that can't function in society. Yes, they need to get put in the box. These people who literally look at fixing a Washington, D.C. landmark, like the reflecting pool, they look at that, it's completely benign, it's just a small beautification of the nation's capital, and they go, oh, that's evil, that he reapplied the liner to the reflecting pool. And like, oh, that's evil, we have to destroy it. I'm sorry, they need to go in the box. These are people that cannot function in society. They have zero impulse control, they have zero emotional control, and they are not capable of functioning with normal fucking people. Because there are plenty of people out there who don't like Trump, and even they are going to go, okay, yeah, the reflecting pool looks fine. Yeah, he repaired and fixed the reflecting pool, and yeah, it looks nicer than it did. Even people that don't like Trump will admit that. But you got these TDS psychopaths that should not be allowed to remain in our society and should be permanently in the box that are like, oh, because Trump did this, it must be destroyed. I'm sorry, that is that is psychopathy. And people like that are the ones that run around killing people. These are the people that say the reflecting pool is evil and must be destroyed. They need to be investigated by the FBI because these are the people that will do these assassinations against anybody that they believe is MAGA or is right wing and is an opponent to their political and ideological viewpoints. They are literally the ones that will kill people that do not think like them. The FBI needs to investigate them and they need to go in the fucking box because they will harm someone in the end. Mark my words. People like we are going to hear about one of these people that was trying to destroy the reflecting pool in some way or kill it, like especially the ones that were killing those ducks. They are going to harm or kill someone just because they don't share their political or ideological viewpoints. Fucking clip it, mark it. It's going to happen.
I made that statement as DC, but in reality, that actually came from the National Park Service. That yes, in fact, the liner was cut. It's ridiculous. Just remember to buy more missiles as you spend yourself into poverty. More missiles. That actually reminds me. Lockheed, Lockdog, where you at? What up? Somebody call for the best defense contractor out here? Fuck yeah, we did. I want lasers.
Oh, for God's sake.
Best is kind of arbitrary, but the lasers would be cool.
Yeah, Lockdog. So let's do $8.4 billion for missile segment enhancement Patriot interceptors, and let's do $35 billion for Talons on the THAAD system. How fast can you crank those out? Listen, I know you've been working with me for a little while, but let me just put this timeline on it. When it comes to Lockheed Martin, you'll get it between now and eventually. Okay? What's the status
God.
on my JASM ER?
It sounds like a maneuver I could do to Russia's mom. Here, I'm giving you the
boss, you got
JASM
me.
extended range.
It's not extended
And deep penetration.
range anymore. It's extreme range, which kind of slaps.
Oh, hell yeah, extreme. We have extreme missiles.
Where did that come from?
The fuck?
Anyways, DARPA. No one here but us trees. Holy shit, guys. That tree just talked.
Trees are
A
talking.
psychological evaluation is in your near future. Anyways, DARPA, did you...
No. I don't want the kid psychologically evaluated. I want to keep him just as crazy as he is now. Okay, we meet him in competition with B1 for crazy. I want this kid as whack job as possible, because when the shit finally goes down, I want him just going balls to the walls, ape shit nuts.
get the kinks worked out of that drone, the one that doesn't have any control surfaces? Working on it. Should be fielded maybe sometime next year. No control surfaces. How does it turn or move or bank or rotate?
Good question.
It's like I have to do everything for you, nerd. With its mind. It's like I went to the store for oranges and I asked someone for oranges and they hand me a hand grenade.
Yeah, but what are the oranges for? Actually, I have to wonder, are they working on... Is this a drone where instead of control surfaces, that they're... If I'm understanding correctly what he's referring to with control surfaces, it means basically there's no flaps and there's no rudder. So I have to wonder, are they using directional propulsion for turning? Is he about? I figured he's probably about to explain, but I'm hazarding a guess that's what they're going with. Is they're going to go with like no flaps, no rudder, and for maneuverability, they're going to go with like directional propulsion systems to facilitate that.
I have no idea what I do with this information, nor do I know what to do from here.
Toss it at the first turbine you see. Next question.
No, guys, it uses pressurized air. So the significance of this on the tactical
okay.
level, like
Yeah,
why would
yeah.
you want to make an aircraft, a drone or manned, that turns with compressed air or jets of air, so to speak, rather than control surfaces? And that's a wonderful question. From a radar perspective, this actually makes it harder to observe, because when I talk about like radar cross sections on aircraft, it also is based highly on the aspect ratio. Like, for example, if you're directly above or below an F-22, depending on how your radar is pointed, you might actually detect it because it has a broader surface for you to get returns off of. So when an aircraft is doing maneuvers and things like that, often chance you will get a return off of a control surface and be able to detect them easier. I never thought about this, but when I read it, I was like, that makes a lot of fucking sense. So it farts.
I don't see how that's a new design. I do that anyways.
Oh God!
Look, I don't want to freak anybody out, but
Oh no!
if I were to name
That was a
that
wet
fart
one.
after a candy bar, it would be Mounds.
So, everyone knows the main problem with nuclear reactors is you got to keep them cool, or else what happened over there in Chernobyl, that'll happen to everybody else. And
Okay.
so, this is kind of pioneered by some Americans, but it seems like Canada is the first one to try there. Basically, we're going to drill a hole, or we did drill a hole, and you drop the reactor into the bottom of the hole, and then you fill the
Right.
hole with water, and use the rock around it to contain the radiation and dissipate the heat. I don't know how the whole idea works.
Interesting.
I don't know very much about nuclear technology and how it works, but basically the understanding I have is you create a atomic reaction.
Sure.
Said
Yeah.
reaction then heats the water because it's a release of energy. The water
Right.
then boils and creates steam. Steam turns turbines. Turbines produce power.
Yes.
How we're going to do this underground, I don't know.
I think based on the description, I think I know what the plan is. Is basically they dig the hole. They drill down, dig a deep enough hole where you have the bedrock that is solid. That can, yeah, exactly. You're basically you're turning the ground into a natural reactor housing system. It's basically you're drilling down so deep you're probably going down very deep. I can't even imagine how far down you're gonna 1 kilometer hole. Okay. 1 kilometer hole, 30 meters wide. Okay. So you're getting a good distance down. When you get that deep down, the bedrock is going to be dense enough that it will be able to contain any radiation leakage and then dissipate it adequately through this bedrock. Then you drop the reactor or drop the nuclear material or the reaction down into it, or you lower it in there. You basically fill the hole with water. That basically the nuclear reactor will heat that water, create the steam, do the turbines thing, and basically all you gotta do is just keep the pool filled. So it's this whole thing is just submerged in water. There's not going to be any need for control rods because you're not going to need to modulate. You just let the water heat, and the rock will basically contain everything because it is so far down. And if it melts down, just fill the hole with dirt. Exactly. Yeah, if there's a meltdown, well, it's just going to melt down deeper into the earth, but it's already so deep, it's not going to affect your groundwater. It's not going to affect your topsoil, anything like that. It's from a scientific perspective and from a logistical perspective, I see where they're going, and it sounds like it could have merit. Granted, we only have a bare bones thing. We don't know if there's a control system, like another control system that can be used for it. But yeah, on paper, it does sound like an effective, simple, low-cost way to facilitate a nuclear reactor. Because you basically just you're building all the turbine structure and electrical generation stuff around it. The only thing you really need to worry about is continuing to pump water into this hole to facilitate the steam vent. And if something were to happen and the water stops flowing, well, oh well. So you've the nuclear, the nuclear material melts down, but it just melts down even further into the ground, which is, it's not going to hurt anybody anyway. It's not a terrible idea. On paper, with the basic knowledge that was just described, it's not a terrible idea.
Ah, yes, steam. I distinctly remember, it was before my time, but I'm making the joke anyways, the amount of steam raising off of Nagasaki. Oh, and a few shadow people. Now they have a permanent
Yeah,
squint.
man-made geothermal.
The most
Basically,
impressive thing that I think is that Canada has the technology to drill a kilometer down, 30 inches wide.
Gamer, had you never heard of the Alberta oil sands? Drilling is what we fucking do. Drilling for oil is literally a major part of Canada's GDP. Like the oil sands is a huge part of the nation's economy. Trust me, we know how to drill a fucking hole. You've never heard of that? Okay, for those of you who don't know about that, in the province of Alberta, you have the Alberta oil sands, which is basically just drilling for oil. Instead of doing offshore drilling, it's inland drilling. It is a major export of Canada. It is like a big part of Canada's economy. People from all over the nation literally will go to Alberta for it's like the spring. It's for certain times of the year. They'll go 2 weeks on, 1 week off. For the oil drillers. It's a major part, and the oil sands is basically where they drill for oil. And it's, it's been going on for decades. So if there's one thing that Canada knows how to do, it's drought.
Where do you import most of your oil from?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Same can be said
Exactly.
about Texas, or the Middle East, or Venezuela. God, I do love oil. Whoa.
Uh-huh.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah.
What is happening?
This
Whoa.
was bad.
It's shaking here too.
This was
my
bad.
God. I bet this has to do with that fascist and the climate change that we're experiencing.
Fuck's sake.
You call this an earthquake? This is a Wednesday. Hope it's not the big one. Godzilla, you stay your big lizard ass out in the ocean. We have shit to do. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I think it's over.
This was insane. Like, for those of you who don't know, there was like a horseshoe circuit of earthquakes that happened throughout South America, North America, and Asia. Let me see if I can bring up the chart. Hang on. Let me see if I can find this. I saw an image of it, and I can't remember. Where was it? Damn, I saw it on Asmongold's video, but basically, okay, just to give you an idea. Oh fuck, of course we can't say. Essentially, so you're gonna have to use your imagination. Basically, you had earthquakes go up the west coast here. You had earthquake hit Venezuela. You had an earthquake hit in California, looped around to Asia, and basically did a full fucking horseshoe. The big difference is that California had like a 5 point something, I believe it was. California had 5 point something. I think Japan had, I think it was also 5. I think California and the Asian areas that it hit had something like 5 point something. Venezuela had a 7.2. Venezuela got hit fucking hard with a was it 7.3 and so? I thought it was 7.2 and 7.5. Was 7.3? Okay. So yeah, 7.3 and 7.5 in Venezuela. I've seen some of the video and photo footage. It looks like it looks like they got bombed. Like Venezuela looks like it literally was the victim of an enemy bombing attack. There are buildings that are just fucking gone. There's like 50, last count I heard was 50,000 missing. That number is probably going to go up. Last death count I heard was 116. That number is going to go up. We are probably going to have a death toll in north of 1,000. I would wager by the time all is said and done. You found a graphic? Okay, Screwdriver, drop it into Screen Chat General real fast. Drop that in Screen Chat General. But it's the missing is like 50,000, although that number will go up. I guarantee thank you, Screwdriver. Okay. Give me a sec. That didn't work. There we go. Yeah, so basically, yeah, this was the path. This was the path of the earthquakes. You had 2 in Venezuela, 7.2, 7.5. You had 5.6 in California, 6.9 in Japan, 4.9 in the Philippines, 5.9 in Papua New Guinea. Venezuela's this is the epicenter. Okay, this is the epicenter. It's basically part of the Ring of Fire. And Venezuela caught it in the epicenter. Right there. And it's just oh God, sorry, I did that. Like the images of Venezuela does look like they are the victims of a bombing attack. Tens of thousands are missing. The amount of dead so far is only north of 100, but it is going to probably go north of 1,000 for how many people that they've lost. It's bad. It's really fucking bad. Like they're like this is catastrophic for Venezuela. Thankfully, I did see that Trump has tweeted out that the U.S. is standing ready to assist Venezuela in any way that they can, which is great. Yeah, so far it's 50,000 missing aren't accounted for. I'm expecting that number to increase. I am. I'm expecting that number to increase, just like I'm expecting the death toll to increase as well. But thankfully, the U.S. is prepared to start like rolling out assets to Venezuela to help them out in any way they can.
Is everyone okay? Venezuela, California, Japan? We are fine. You honor us by asking about our status. I think everyone's okay, but like my mental state is wrecked. I need a safe space.
Sake.
He's not good down here.
No, it's not.
Send help immediately. All right. We're sending help to Venezuela.
Get fucked, California. Fall in the ocean already.
They don't need, for God's sake. California didn't need help. Oh, God. Yeah, I'm glad the U.S. is sending help on this one. They're gonna need it. They are absolutely gonna need it. California, like a five on the an earthquake of 5 in California. That's nothing. That's a normal thing for them. Venezuela, though, I feel bad for everybody there. That entire country, I feel like I do feel really bad for them. Hopefully, they'll be able to. Hopefully, with help from the U.S. and anybody else that responds, they'll be able to recover. I hope the death toll doesn't climb too high. Like it's already like 118. Hopefully, it doesn't climb too much higher. But yeah, like right in the middle of rebuilding their government, like this is they are going to need a lot of help, especially because of the position that they're in. The death toll is already up to 920. Okay, I figured that was going to happen. I think Asmongold said the death toll is probably going to get up to about 7,000. He did postulate, based on the number of missing and the number of dead, that he thinks it's going to go up to about 7,000 fatalities. I'm not entirely sure it's going to go that high. I do think it is going to go north of 1,000. I think the death toll may round out at around 3,000. I think that may be realistically what we're looking at, is a death toll of about 3,000. The number of missing, that still has to go up, because I think the number of missing is going to climb further than 50,000. I would expect that the number of missing may potentially climb to 6 digits. Yeah, I'm expecting I'm expecting that number to climb to 6 digits. The number of fatalities I am anticipating to be roughly 3,000, I think. That's my suspicions.